Tom, correct me if I'm wrong. So I know I had read an article about this, and I understand that there's not going to be dividends or anything like that coming out. But as someone, I come from the mortgage industry mostly. I come from lending in general. And I do understand, a lot of my 401k, a lot of my portfolio is in REITs. And I do that twofold. I've invested in REITs because you do get some kind of dividend typically. But the big reason for me is most people that have been in investing, a lot of our viewers are brand new to investing, brand new to trying to grow their wealth. But it's one of the best ways to protect your money is by putting it in real estate, because over a long term, now you always have your ebbs and flows. I'm sure, Tom, you know this. Sometimes the market's down, and it just is for 2 or 3 years at a time. But typically, if you look over like a 30-year chart, you're looking at natural attrition of an average, at least in the United States and most markets, of about 7%. And I understand you guys are planning on being nationwide. So would you say as a somewhere to park my money, if I have a 401k, even if it's a modest couple $100,000 or whatever it may be, would you say that this is like a REIT in the aspect of I can park money there and it's going to be safer and it's going to naturally have some attrition, or is this a little different? I mean, am I using this day to day as a currency, or am I parking money? Fill me in there.
Well, first off, I do want to correct you on one thing. The word attrition means to run away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get smaller. I think you meant appreciation.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. That would have confused quite a few people. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I think a real estate investment trust is in many ways the closest parallel to what the folks at DirtiCoin are doing. And I can't claim to be an expert in REITs, but I do understand them well enough to say that effectively what you do in a REIT is you pool a bunch of money and you go buy a bunch of real estate. That's the short version of it. And you put your money in, and there's a group that buys the real estate. They take some out of the proceeds that are coming off of the real estate, and you, as a REIT owner, you get a flow of income off of those properties. Now, there's a couple of really key differences though between a REIT and what DirtiCoin is doing. First off, a REIT is a security, so it's regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's also not a currency, which means you can't really take your shares in a REIT and go someplace else and buy something with it. You have to cash out that REIT, and then you can go put it into something else. And that doesn't even get into the legal complexities of REITs and how they're required to close up shop every so many years and start a whole new pool. In contrast with that lack of fungibility with a REIT, and in some cases there's also a lack of liquidity because sometimes they won't let you take your money out of a REIT.
Yeah, they lock it up.
Except like once a year or twice a year or something like that, or whatever their restrictions are. But there's oftentimes big restrictions on your money going in and out of a REIT. In contrast with those, with DirtiCoin, DirtiCoin is like a big funding pool, but it's not going to give you dividends. It's not going to give you income off of the cash flow coming off the property. It's going to give that, to be very blunt, the company is going to keep that cash flow that's coming off the property as what they're going to use to operate and run everything. So that's going to be their operating income. But as a DirtiCoin buyer, what the company is going to give you is that appreciation. So if they turned around and did a classic fix and flip, well then the DirtiCoin holder would benefit from that forced appreciation and get that extra equity coming back into the liquid assets in the ledger and raising the value of the DirtiCoin.
As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and comment and smash that subscribe button for us. We want to grow this channel as big as we can.